Hello, Wizard. Welcome to week 4 of Wizard Training. This is our final week for this class, and there are 2 things that we're going to be doing this week in meditation, which you will hear in the audio meditation attached to this email. First, we're going to meet our guides at the holographic table in the Temple of Learning. So guides can come through in many, many different ways, and there's no wrong way to do this. And if you're already familiar with some of your guides, which are just friends like you have in the physical world, but they're non-physical, if you're already familiar with some of them, they might be ones that you already know. If you're not already familiar with them, they may be new ones. And guides can come through in many, many ways. You can't do this wrong. And if a while in the beginning, it takes them a while to come in, that's okay. When I first met my guides, there were weeks of me sitting in what felt like a great big room, and I could see them, but I couldn't talk to them. I couldn't hear them. And what I realized after the fact, because I got very frustrated during this process, and I realized after the fact that they were trying to talk to me, and I was trying to talk to them, but it took a while for us to get our frequencies to match up. So something like that may happen to you. You may get very, very subtle things. You may get something really clear and specific, but be patient and keep trying it to see what happens. Also, there are some major points in what we request here, and it's that they come through in a way that's clear. They come through in a way that is obviously them, and they come through in a way that you can't explain away, especially in your life, because, like I said, what's the point of doing all this stuff in the other realms if it doesn't translate into the physical realm? The point is to be able to have a more graceful, harmonious, aligned experience here in physicality as a result of the things we do in the other realms. So, as we're calling in the guides and connecting with them, they will also start coming to us in the physical world. And that's great. That's what you want. So as you're connecting with them in the Temple of Learning, you'll get to feel their vibe, feel how they feel. So then when they connect to you in your normal waking, walking around life, you will be able to recognize them. So that's the first part of this week. The second part is constructing your astral home. And you'll see in the meditation that it kind of just forms around you. Imagine the way that a pearl forms around a grain of sand. Your energetic structure will attract an experience of a certain kind of place. And once it's there, the idea is that it align with deepest parts of you and that it heal you, that it inspire you, that it be a place that you can rest. For instance, mine is a place out in nature with a small structure on it that I can go to. And times when I've been tired, a bed would show up in it and I would take a nap. Times when I would want to have a conversation with a guide or a being, I would sit and invite them in and they would arrive and we would have a conversation. There are also many other things that could happen there, but as you can see, it's holographic, so you can construct it however you want it. You can flip things. If there's something that you think could be better, you could change it. The idea here is to have a place that you can go to in the astral realm whenever you want, for as long as you want, and it is only yours. It is your safe place. No one can come there unless you invite them. So those are the 2 things that we're doing this week. So as this is our last week in the course, I just want to remind you guys to try the techniques that we've learned. For instance, working with the elements last week. Try working with them. Try using a spirit of fire when you want some more passion or direction or willpower. Light a candle and gaze at the flame and ask that that fiery spirit be brought to you and help align you. When you're having emotional upheavals, use the energy of water. Go to a body water. Take a shower or a bath. Ask the wisdom of water to help calm you down. When you need ideas, do the same with air. When you need to be grounded or manifest something in the physical realm, do the same thing with earth, which can be through rocks, plants, trees, lots of different things. So I want to remind you that, like we said in the very beginning, this work is great to do in the other realms. But the point is to bring it here. That's why you took this course, to bring it more here. So I definitely encourage you to make sure you're journaling every day. Make sure you're trying these things in your actual life and seeing how they work, because after you're done with this course and the time has passed, it's all going to fade into one blobby memory in your mind. So especially when you do stuff and it works, write it down, because you're going to want to be able to remember. If you've ever heard the term Book of Shadows, That's what the witchy types used to call their books, where they would write down spells as they figure them out. You can construct one of those just in your journal, and you don't have to call it Book of Shadows. You can call it whatever you want. That's just the classic name used in the Wiccan tradition. So I would definitely encourage you to write down stuff when you try it, and especially when it works, go back and write how it worked, so that the next time you need to do a similar thing, you can try it again. Okay, I will stop chatting now, and I will let you go do the meditation. But I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a lot of protection around you during this, and there's a lot of structuring going on behind the scenes, so you can feel safe. And remember to go slow, but keep going forward. You can only get better at this if you practice. And you can feel free to go over the meditations as often as you want. Send you guys so much love, and I will see you up there.